Hey, we back one more time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For a quick 1-2 punch. You know what I'm saying? I want to follow up on some stuff from the live we just did about half hour ago. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff I left out. You know what I'm saying? Some research I was looking for. I ain't really have myself together though, because I was running kind of late. But the research I was looking for, it wasn't on my laptop. It was actually on my phone, and I ain't put it on the laptop.
You big dummy.
You know what I'm saying? So that was my fault. But I wanted to follow up with this. This is a continuation from the earlier live stream. So if you ain't see that, catch that earlier live stream, it's a connection. Yeah. So you know, if you hear now, salute, and you'll catch that other one later, and you'll see what the connection at. Well, we was talking to Noble Savage, and we was talking about the British description of the Native American Blackamoor Yankee. That's how they described it. Salute. But I wanted to point out in that last stream how the Noble Savage was actually rooted in racism. You know, they got Wikipedia show us one thing when we speak of a Noble Savage. Wikipedia show us this. But when we look at real research, like the authentic clocks and stuff that the French made, who was enslaving the American Indians in the 16, 17, and 1800s, this is what we find when we search Noble Savage. We won't find nothing but a bunch of clocks like this. Nothing but a bunch of clocks depicting so-called Negroes or so-called darkies or black people. Alright, that's what we find when we search the Noble Savage. Alright, so with that being said, the connection I wanted to make to prove who the real American Indian is, who the real so-called Noble Savage is actually the so-called Negro, the dark skin with the nappy hair, not the what Wikipedia shows you as a Noble Savage. And the proof in that is in the racism in it. And we're gonna look at this article real quick that we're gonna read from. We're gonna pull our source from, and we're just gonna talk some truth. So right here it's telling us racists created the Noble Savage. So if racist Europeans created the Noble Savage, racist white men, racist pale-faced men, you know they got to be talking about these guys. And you know this got to be the fake, this got to be the pretending.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make changes.
We just connecting dots. We're talking to Noble Savage, right? We're talking to Noble Savage. Wikipedia showed us a pale face, so-called red man. The French though, they showed us all their clocks that they made. The British showed us tobacco statues. We got all kind of literature. It's all kind of evidence. But in the Naga, we're going to connect these dots. Racists created the Noble Savage. We know they're talking about the Naga. The Naga is the American Indian. The nappy-headed Naga. Salute. Arthur claims turn was the work of bigots, not Rousseau. Amelia Hill. The Noble Savage, long assumed to be the invention of the 18th century philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau, was in fact a racist propaganda device of British anthropologists to create a climate where slavery and genocide could be mooted. Who they were slaving and committing genocide against and hanging? Who they was slaving, hanging, and committing genocide against? The Negro, right? Black with nappy hair. They didn't commit genocide and hang these people. Never that. They Eurasians. They Europe and Asian mix. They genocided the Negroes, your ancestors. So when they talking about the Noble Savage was a racist propaganda device for the British anthropologists to create a climate where slavery and genocide could be mooted, you know they was talking about you. You know those fake Cherokee pale-faced Indians, they tell you that your ancestors were slaves. They tell you they was from Africa though. You know the Indians ain't never with Africa and fought nobody to get no slaves. So all that's a lie. So anyway, they telling you right here the truth though, that the British and the other European colonists, they came more with doomed diverses to put you in perpetual servitude, slavery and genocide, and their excuse was the Noble Savage. That was their excuse, a racist propaganda device. They say you was a savage. The claim that Rousseau created the myth was made by one of the 19th century's most notorious racists to give weight to his belief in the notion of inferior races, according to a new book, The Myth of the Noble Savage. Turt Ellingson, associate professor of anthropology at the University of Washington, believes the manipulation of the myth was part of a successful attempt. It was successful by a faction of racist anthropologists to take over the anti-racist ethnological society in London in the late 1850s. They took over a lot more than that. Rousseau did not promote the idea of the noble savage, nor did he ever mention it. The idea he did is one of the most widespread misbeliefs of all time, said Ellingson. The term noble savage was mentioned a handful of times before Rousseau, most notably by the poet and playwright John Dryden, but Ellingson maintains it had fallen out of use until reinvoked by the racist anthropologist John Crawford in 1859. By attributing the myth to Rousseau, Crawford gave the notion intellectual weight. Now, you know, they talking 1859. Who they told you was enslaved? The Negro? They told you slavery ended 1865. They talking about you, man. The myth and the attribution of it to Rousseau was reintroduced by a racist faction in the Ethnological Society of London as part of a coup which aimed to divert the society from its anti-racist pro-human rights roots, said Ellingson. Ellingson maintains that the myth was a vital tool. It was a vital tool which enabled racist anthropologists such as Crawford to promote the centrality of race as a scientific ideology while advocating violently racist modes of ordering society. Ordering society, right? In America, we know the Noble Savage is all about America. An unbroken 3-month run of racist presentations followed the 1859 coup of the Society's board, and it was in the first of these lectures that Crawford demolished the illusion of savage nobility and denied any non-white race any right to equality. Any non-white race. Is it like a non-white race to you? This fake noble savage look like a non-white race to you?
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Or do this look like the non-white race to you? Who's the non-white race for Naga? The nappy-headed Naga, the Blackamoor, the so-called Yankee, real genuine Yankee Blackamoor, Indian, Native American. That's who they talking. An unbroken 3-month run of racist presentations followed the 1859 coup. Right, we just read that, and it said it demolished the illusion of savage nobility and denied any non-white race, any Naga, any right to equality. Who ain't got the right to equality now? Crawford's inaugural address was an announcement of the overthrow of the old ways and the ascendancy of a new anthropological racism and a new supporting methodology, said Ellingson. A tribe up Monaga, salute to George Richard III, salute to Chief and 777. Hey, we just on some insomniac flow. Hey, in his speech, Crawford recited lines from a Dryden play mentioning the noble savage and damned such people as miserable beings. I cannot set much value on his freedom of the being, nor can I conceive anything noble in the poor, naked, crouching creature, trembling with cold and starving from hunger, he said. Yeah, right. See, they making up a reason to put you in slavery. All this they saying is lies, crouching and hungry. Yeah, right. But then when the French depict you on their clock, you always draped in gold, Monaga. Don't fall for they hijack, calling you a savage, calling you a cannibal. They the savage and cannibals. Who was in the caves, Monaga? Who was eating corpses, Monaga? It wasn't you. He was draped in gold every time, Monaga. He was royalty. He was a Khan, Monaga. He was a priest king, Monaga. They say Ellingson believes Crawford was so convincing. Oh, he was so convincing. Crawford was so convincing with his lies that the original noble savage myth was forgotten. Look at that, it's a myth. The original noble savage myth. It was always a myth. You wasn't never savage. The mere repetition of the words noble savage sufficed to serve as a devastating weapon against any opposition to the racist agenda. The myth of the noble savage became a weapon in the Ethnological Society's scientific racist project of helping to naturalize a genocidal stance towards the inferior races. I hope you appreciate this article. Before you move on, I was hoping you would consider taking a step. Oh, they talking about supporting It's all good. From Elon Musk to Rupert Murdoch, a small number of billionaire owners have it. Okay, I don't care about all that. I'm reading the end of the article. Guess that was all they had to say about the Noble Savage. They say Allison believes Crawford was so convincing that the original Noble Savage myth was forgotten. It was the original Noble Savage was forgotten. They made a new one. Salute.
You big dummy.
Y'all hit that like. We put a real history on this Insomniac Late Night Flow Part 2 of the earlier stream. Just laying it down, connected the dots. I forgot to do it earlier, so I said I'm going to double back to show you the racist agenda behind the Noble Savage, so we know that this is a fake, this is a phony, this is a fraud, this is a $5 Dolls Road Noble Savage. Salute.
You big dummy.
The real Noble Savage, the ones that they was racist against, is you, monogamy. The ones they was hanging and enslaving, is you, monogamy. It's you, monogamy. It always was. Look at this one, y'all. I was peeping this one out one day. They got a devil on the top of the clock. They got the Nagas. Alright, hijack. Don't start hijack. Don't start hijack. There we go. Like they got the devil on top of that thing. See, you got a tail. Y'all see that? What is that? They slaves of the devil. The Nagas being slave to the devil. My Naga, salute.
You big dummy.
I like to read between the lines. I like to investigate. I like to look close, my Naga. I like to look real close, my Naga. They can't hijack me. They can't hit me with no third eye mind trees. They can't say, they're only black because of the material. They painted their bodies black. You can't tell me these lies. We often painted our bodies black so we can look scarier in war. That's what the fake Native American $5 petite.
Sit your $5 ass down before
just
I make
ignore
change.
that black stuff. That was paint. We painted ourselves to make ourselves scarier and lose war. Yeah, that's what the natives will tell you. The fake natives will tell you, right? Peep the devil at the top. That's what I want to get a close look at. Let me see if I can get the hijack to start hijacking before just 1 second. Hijack putting ghost moves on me. Y'all see this shit? Okay, let me see. They got me rolling. Look it up. Synagogue of Satan. Synagogue of Satan.
You big dummy.
Ain't that something, y'all? If that ain't a monkey's uncle. If that ain't a monkey's uncle. Yeah. Noble Savage, the racist part. So if y'all want to read that article, connect these dots on the Noble Savage. Racists created the Noble Savage. That's the name of it. You want to go back over it, you want to spend a little time on it, I encourage you to do so. A book a day, keep the dummy away.
You big dummy.
You know, and we ain't over here, we ain't tribing up with no Sarah suit and booty scratching. Cause that dude don't like to read. He talking about he don't want to see no records.
You big
We
dummy.
like to read over here, man. We like receipts, man. What the hell I look like? I ain't no this ain't no flea market hustle over here. We like receipts, man. If you ain't got no receipts, we ain't shopping with you.
You big dummy.
Look, we on the real history. We putting up receipts. We want to know, where did this Noble Savage start? Oh, it started with racism? We know who y'all talking about. Hey, I'm Blackjack, this house masculinity, man. I want to hit y'all with the quick 1-2 punch, man. Hey, I'ma holler at y'all tomorrow. I'm keep banging. I'm finna turn it up, man. I'm finna start banging out. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm finna start banging it out, man. YouTube, they done gave the wrong knock of YouTube. Salute.
Biatch.
We out.